Well, Spencer Wright, boy, I don't know. I'm a big radio fan because I have a radio show, but I do. But you have one of the neatest things I've ever seen. You and your buddy, he's a grade school buddy that you're working together on this thing. Have something called the Public Radio, and actually the website is thepublicrad.io. So not .com, but .io to finish the word. The Public Radio, which is really cool in itself. But you guys from Brooklyn are too cool anyway, so that's expected, I guess. But no, it's a wonderful idea that you have this little thing in a jelly jar or whatever, a ball jar, a small little ball jar that is just one radio station, right?
Yep.
Click and play for the rest of your life, and you move it. It's a little battery operated, nothing, and cheap as heck. Why did you do this bloody thing?
Well, we realized that we only listen to one station ourselves, right? We get up every single morning and we go over, we're making coffee or whatever.
Right.
We just turn it on, it's the same station.
Yeah.
And, we have that relationship with our local stations, and we realized if we're going to make our own radio, why are we going to have a tuning dial at all? It's just more money to put another knob there. So
right. No, it's wonderful. And actually, to me, the jar, the ball jar, I mean, is so, I don't know, it's so kind of authentic. It's cool. I mean, it leads so much authenticity to what the heck you are doing. I mean, I could imagine you two guys, when your little kids down in the basement, your mother said, "Now, Spencer, what are you and what's your buddy's name? What are you doing down there? Zach doing down there?" So am I. And then you could have said, "Now, well, Mom, we're making money. Don't worry." And that's where this kind of stuff comes from, you two guys, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we were looking for something to put our skills towards, kind of looking for Christmas presents for family members or something like that, and thought, hey, well, Zach has a really strong background in audio, in music and sound. My background's more in hardware. We both kind of have an interest in electronics. And so we thought, hey, let's make something, right? And see if anybody likes it, right?
Well, now you got like 1,500 people that love this thing.
Yeah.
And they're giving you money. You're on Kickstarter now, and you were going after for like $25,000, and you're over $70,000 already.
I know. I think we're at 76 now.
76? Wow.
It's really incredible. We're we're not totally shocked, but we're surprised.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, do you feel dumb? Why didn't you ask for more? Or?
No, the thing is, it's actually great. Asking for less, it kind of has this great thing where you can say, hey, we're 300% funded. Right?
I see. So you look smarter or more successful by doing that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Aim low and then achieve more. That's kind of what we were going for.
Yeah. Well, that's wonderful. And your folks, are they into this? Do they understand what the heck you're doing?
I'm not sure they understand all of it, but obviously they're totally supportive, and it's an interesting thing that we have. It's not often, and Matthew, obviously you have a different experience, but a normal person doesn't have all that many opportunities to have 1,500 people on the internet say, "Hey, I like what you're doing."
Oh man, right? Just one person says that, and I still love it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you're right, and I think that's all of us in life. I think that's what I saw with children, is having children for the first time. Boy, that's the one person that I will never be more important again to anybody else for the rest of my life. Yeah. And we work hard to try to get that feeling.
Yeah.
So I think you're so right, and to me that's very insightful. For a young person, see, boy, I mean, to get that reassurance that people showing you that, hey, you're valuable. Do something, and you're doing it, and they show, and that's what to me I like about capitalism. They're putting out dough that really says you're valuable, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and those people's hard-earned dollars. That's the money that they worked for, and they're willing to look at something that we dreamed up on a weekend a year and a half ago and say, hey, that's cool. It feels absolutely great. Yeah.
And that's, I think, why we work so hard, is to get that kind of feeling. And that's why now it's easier to do. If you were some big company making things, you're waiting for one boss to maybe give you a pat in the back, and that's it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And now you just run the internet and see, you get 1,500 pats on the back.
Exactly. Yeah, the opportunity really is there. I mean, it was a lot of work getting the project and getting kind of our pitch down to the point where we felt comfortable to do that. But then once you kind of cross that hump, then all of a sudden, yeah, you have a ton of eyes on you. We've had tens of thousands of people watch our video, which is just it's surprising and incredible to us. So,
and I don't think that you went to Hollywood and did some $100,000 production or something.
No, we filmed it on our phones,
Oh, really? You're on your phones? Well, see, I mean, what's happened, I see a lot because crowdfunding is getting more popular. It's sort of like it's an arms race on video production,
Yeah.
Which is stupid.
I should be clear. We filmed early version on our phones. Eventually, we had a friend help us, and he has a real camera. But even then, the production quality isn't what's really important. What's really important is that you put yourself out there and you say, hey, I made this thing, I believe in it, and I think that I'm good enough for you to trust me. Right. And if you go out there and you're sincere about it, you might have some success with it. So,
did you have to spend other money on marketing or buying ads and stuff like that to get that?
Not so far, no. I mean, we put a lot of time into marketing and getting people's attention. And time is money, but
but dollars out of pocket dollars.
No, most of our dollars out of pocket were spent on the R&D. We spent somewhere between $5,000 and $10,000.
But that was just last year, so I'm just getting
over the past year and a half.
Yeah.
Exactly, and a lot of that is tools, right? Mm-hmm. So in order to build something like this, you need to buy some tools in order to help you do it. And a lot of those things, they're general purpose things. So they could, if this radio hadn't worked, we could have turned around and used them on something else, right? So now I should say, we've spent, tons and tons of hours, thousands of hours on developing this, which is a whole different thing, and you never get that time back. But the nice part is that, you're spending it, I spend it with someone that I care a lot about, my friend Zach, and, we get to kind of, hang out together and do something that's interesting and challenging. So it was great.
But you're making a contribution. I mean, what better things do you have to do with your life? Sit and watch, football or something?
No.
So I mean, that's what we're here to do. And that's why I always felt that what we do with our time is the most precious thing we have. And so you're spending your time to develop something that makes everybody's life more convenient or fun or whatever, contributing to the rest of society. And it takes energy and commitment, to get there. But once you have it done, now you don't have to go to some fat cat to give him half the business or spend a lot of money. You just go to the internet and, you see if you're worthwhile or not.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you did it. Oh, wonderful, Spencer. Wonderful. I'm sorry Zach isn't here, but nice that you're there doing this and sharing it. And I think it's a wonderful idea. I'm a radio guy and I listen to one station most all the time, so it's natural for me. It's going to be a good gift and a great thing for myself, for everybody. And to get it, you're on Kickstarter for a couple of weeks. So you get a good deal there, and you can always find you on the publicrad.io. So the public radio, but forget the .com and use the IO and radio as .io.
That's it.
We'll find it. Don't worry. Take care, Spencer. Say hello to Zach.
Great, Matthew. Thank you.